The second test match between England and West Indies ended in an absolute masterclass from Ben Stokes, leading to the third match, which will also be at Manchester starting on the 24th of July. That match is going to be a decider, which makes the stakes ever so higher for both teams going into this match, and it will be a truly wonderful match. Now straight into the team news. England have confirmed that Ben Stokes will play as a specialist batsman in the final test. He will bowl if required later on in the test match, but he will not play as an all-rounder. He will play primarily as a batsman, which I have no issues with. He is the best batsman on the team at the moment, and unless Root discovers some form, he will continue to be the best batsman on the team. But what that does is it leaves a bit of a selection choice for England to make, whether they play all pace attack or whether they still continue to play best and rely on their three pacers who they said they're going to select their strongest pace attack, so we'll come around to that just now. But whether they rely on 3 pacers or 4 pacers, and it could go either way because Joe Root is a fine enough spinner as it goes, and the pitch will give him assistance. So the lineup is going to be fairly simple: Sibley, Burns, Crawley, Root, Stokes, Pope, Butler. And how do I think this lower order is going to line up? I actually think they're going to go with 4 pacers since Stokes isn't going to be able to bowl, just because of the fact that Root can provide good enough spin and they are spoilt enough for choice when it comes to bowling, as well as the fact that the rotation policies are in place. I don't think they're going to put 4 pace bowlers, and who are those 4 pace bowlers going to be? Number 8 is going to come down to either Wokes or Sam Curran. I would go Sam Curran because of the left arm angle and because of the X factor he has. He just comes in sometimes and gets a wicket out of nowhere, and we all know he can bat. At 9 is going to be Jofra Archer, at 10 is going to be Stuart Broad, and 11 is going to be James Anderson. If they want their best bowling attack, and they say they're going to select their best bowling attack, you don't leave out Broad and Anderson from that. Plain and simple. Archer or Wood might be another question that they might consider. I just think Archer might get it over Wood because the way that he bowled in Southampton. Of course, Archer had a few struggles on his week off mentally. We're not going to get into that. Once he's mentally prepared to bowl, he should theoretically get selected, but another slash you could put there is between him and Mark Wood. Now to West Indies team news, and Jason Holder has confirmed they will not be selecting anybody from outside of the main 15. He has also thrown his backing behind Shea Hope. He did not throw it behind John Campbell though, but I'm sure the sentiment remains. As much as people might have been talking about Joshua Da Silva or O'Shane Thomas, Cheyenne Mosley, none of those players are gonna get selected. Only the main 50. So the lineup is gonna be a bit more simple to pick than what people might have been making it out to be over the past few days. It's gonna be simply Brathwaite and Campbell because there's nobody else in the main squad that can open a baton, and I think they should bring up Brooks to number 3, drop Hope to number 4 if they're going to play him, or another candidate for number 4 would be Nkrumah Bonner, and I think it's not the worst shout to bring in Nkrumah Bonner. Give Shea Hope a match off, let him try to mentally recompose himself, because failures piling up doesn't help player's mental state. I think Chase at number 4 is a bit too much though, so I'd play Hope as low as number 4, Chase at 5, Blackwood at 6, and I'd bring Holder up to number 7. There was some talk from Roddy Esvick about Holder having a bigger workload than Stokes, and it is true, but I don't think 7 is as hard to bat as number 5 where Stokes bats. So I think 7 is decent enough for Holder to bat at. Dorich at number 8, and I would actually bring in Rakeem Cornwall at number 9 because of the way that the pitch behaved in the last match. And yes, it is a bit counterintuitive compared to my England analysis and of England selecting 4 specialist pace bowlers, but I think Cornwall at number 9 is a decent enough shout. Will it happen? I don't know. I don't think they will go that way, but it's very possible and I would love to see it. And at 10 and 11 would be Roach and Gabriel, once Gabriel is fit. Because if you're bringing in Cornwall, you're not going to drop one of your senior bowlers in Shannon Gabriel or Kemar Roach. You're going to drop your younger bowler in Alzari Joseph. As good as he bowled and as good as he is, and as much as I like him, you still have to drop your youngest bowler. There's also a case they made for Shamar Holder, and I'd like to see that one as well. And I think if he's coming in, he could come in for literally anybody. I'm not going to go as far as to say he will come in for Alzari Joseph or he will come in for Shannon Gabriel. What I will say is that Kemar Roach is 100% retained in his place, because at no point did he really look to be struggling too much. Of course he would have looked tired and exhausted at some points. It's sports. He never really looked to have any sort of injuries or niggles. Now the weather for the duration of this test match is again not the best weather for test match cricket. The weather today, which is Tuesday, is rainy. There is going to be rain on the Tuesday. Friday, when the test match begins, So similar to the last test match, there was rain the day before. There's also rain in the morning of day 1. Now, I don't think there's going to be rain on the first morning, but there's going to be a lot of cloud cover around. Saturday, yet again, is going to be a huge concern. There's a lot of rain scheduled on Saturday and a bit scheduled for Sunday, more so intermittent showers. Monday will clear up, and Tuesday yet again is going to have more rain. There's high percentage chance of rain on Saturday and Tuesday. Now the Saturday one I am very much concerned about. The Tuesday one is far away from now, so we wouldn't bother too much about that one. But that's how the weather forecast for this third test match is going to look. The pitch I don't think is going to be much different than from the second game, especially with the moisture around it. It's going to have some turn on day 1. Whether it's going to move around too much is yet to be seen. I don't think the temperatures that we see here on the weather, with the highest of 22 degrees Celsius, I don't think we're going to see too much swing because of the coolness of that weather, but the clouds are definitely going to help. And the pitch is going to play very much, in my opinion, the same way it played in the second game. So seam, swing, not extravagantly, some spin, more spin than I thought was going to happen in the second game. And once you apply yourself, batting is not going to be difficult unless you're coming down to the final few days of the pitch. Now, how do I think this test match is going to pan out? It's going to be a lot of drama. There's a lot of rain scheduled for the duration of the match, so we're going to be all fun on the field, so expect it. It is a characteristic of cricket in England, even more so Manchester, and we're getting some signature weather to finish off this series. If I was at the toss and I had to choose what I was going to do, I'd actually choose to bat first this time. I still wouldn't envy being in that position, because you see the cloud cover on day 1, you'd still be tempted to bowl. But given the way pitch played in the second game, unless there's extravagant grass cover, I will bat first, 100%. So thank you for looking at my preview of this final decider test match between West Indies and England. It promises to be a cracker of a match. The Wisden Trophy is to be played for by England. If West Indies win, they will retain it. If they draw, they will also retain it. And if they lose, England will take it back from them. So do enjoy the test match as it begins tomorrow.